talk to Gage.
What's up everybody, this is Engage here, and welcome back to another video. So today's video is a very special one to me personally. Why, you may be asking? Well, it is because this game actually happens to be one of my top 10 favorite games of all time, as I've already briefly discussed in my video dedicated to that topic. But that sounds weird, doesn't it? I mean, we are talking about a movie license game after all, which are notorious for being okay to really bad or boring. Typically, games like this are the kind of jack of all trades but masters of none. Now, I'd be lying if I said that King Kong doesn't slightly fall into this same category of video game, at least a little bit, but somehow it does not matter all that much, and it is only a small footnote to mention when talking about this game. What I mean is that this game has two play styles within it. One half being the human gameplay, which, spoiler alert, it's the best one. And then the King Kong gameplay being the other piece of this game. But as I originally said, this game, the sights, the sounds, and the feel of it is incredibly nostalgic and special for me. And this was the first FPS game I ever owned myself. Today's video is also one which I have felt so split and unsure on how I could possibly make it. Part of me wanted to try my hand at a much larger retrospective analysis into this game and every aspect of its design. I ultimately decided that I had to drop these ideas for this video in order to just talk about the aspects of this game that have stuck out to me. I do not know if I am the type to make a massive video going deep into everything about a game, but I want to dedicate the time within this video to tell you why Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie, is better than you think. So with all that out of the way, let's dive right into this. So before I discuss the finer details within this game, I need to come clean about something regarding this game. I was sort of scared to replay this game in 2023. Why? Well, as time goes on, I change as a person and I gain a new perspective. Sometimes that makes revisiting an old favorite game a dangerous task. My fear of going back into this game was that I would suddenly dislike it after adoring it for so many years. I felt like I would dislike or even hate it for its old and possibly archaic design. I felt sort of scared and unsure going back in. That is why I regretfully have to say, I still adore this game, man. This game is awesome. I really, really do adore it. Have you ever gotten in that mood where you want to play a fun game, but you just don't know what you want to dedicate your very limited free time to? Well, that was me one evening while browsing my library of titles. I decided, finally, to just play King Kong after all. And I really enjoyed it. I was so relieved and shocked that after so many years, I still enjoy this game and find it very refreshing in today's video game industry. After all, that is why I'm here. I want to tell you all why you should check this game out if you have the means to do so. Why this game, of all games you could be playing in 2023, still holds up and is still enjoyable of an experience. So enough with this, and let's begin by discussing how this game plays in motion. The first thing you all will likely notice from the footage on your screen is that this game is old. And sure, you are not wrong about that. This game did release in 2005 after all. Wait, holy crap, are you kidding me? For real? I take that back, this game looks incredible for 2005. But seriously, this game has a solid art direction, and immersion is the name of the game here. This game really puts you in this fantastical and dangerous world of Skull Island. You may have also noticed that there is literally zero HUD elements on the screen. That's right, King Kong has no HUD. That alone is so refreshing in today's gaming industry. You can technically turn on certain HUD elements like an ammo counter on the screen. However, I strongly discourage you do this, as it is not the way the game was meant to be experienced. This is because the mechanic of the game is pressing a button and your character, Jack, will say how much ammo he has left. So the game has this unique design of actively trying to keep track of how many shots you have left before you're completely out. I have alluded to some of the gameplay design, so let's discuss that next. How would I describe this game to somebody who has never played it before? Aside from the minor frustration that comes from comparing every game under the sun to all the others, this is not such an easy thing to do. I would say this game has most in common with the survival horror genre than anything else. The before mentioned lack of ammo counter, along with how scarce ammo is, makes this game a constant inventory manager of sorts. It is always something you have in the back of your mind. How much ammo do I have left? Should I swap out my rifle with 5 mags for the shotgun with 3? These are the kind of considerations you make while playing through this game. Another mechanic that indirectly contributes to the survival horror feel of this game is how low the sensitivity and the FOV is. I played my original copy of this game for this video, which was the Xbox 360 version, so I cannot speak for the PC version personally, but the console version had no way of changing the sensitivity or the FOV. Now this might sound bad, and honestly it is the kind of thing that I almost cannot stand these days when going back to an older first-person game today, but I actually kind of really like how this game lacks these features most games today have. The reason I feel this way is because I believe it only improves the survival horror feel of this game. This seems like a weird thing to point out in this video, but if you play it, you may notice what it is I'm trying to convey in this video. The lower FOV makes it so you can't always see at your direct left or right, while the low sensitivity means you have to be extra careful where you are looking when the dangerous creatures of this island are around you. It also must be said that this game can have some legitimately tense moments, which is only heightened by the music and sound design, which is surprisingly solid. But yes, there were moments in this recent playthrough where I gained a quick double chin while cringing from a dinosaur who bursted through the stone defenses I was hiding behind. While playing this game, I got this feeling that this game, and how it feels and all, is how I would imagine a first-person version of the classic Resident Evil games and how they would be. It almost can feel like this, as it has similar tank-like controls like in those old games, and I don't think that is a bad thing at all. I actually think it contributes to this game. I only want to briefly talk about the King Kong side of the gameplay, as I have so little to really say about it compared to the much better human side of the story, but I think it's fine. Moving on. Just kidding, just kidding. Seriously, it is nothing remarkable, but it also is not horrible either. My favorite part of these chapters in the game is figuring out small ways I can cheese them. I found a way to push some of the bosses off a cliff and fly through some of them really fast, which was probably the most enjoyable part for me personally. But really, they're not too bad, and I think there's a fine enough balance of human and Kong levels in the game. Speaking of cheesing this game, did you know that this is the only game I've ever attempted a speedrun of? It is true, while I do not hold the world record, my time was around 3 hours or so, which I know is kind of weak. I'm sorry, y'all. Nothing more to say on that. I just figured I would mention that. I think this game is pretty fun to speedrun. I also had to slip this into this video, but this game, in my mind at least, has so many memes. And this is kind of weird, but over the years, me and my older brother have quoted lines from this game over and over again. It has some genuinely funny quotes and moments, but the thing is, they're not always scripted. This game fascinated me as a kid for how I could have so many funny moments and stories to tell my brother after I played it. All I need to say is, that's burning their bridges.
Nice work, Jack. That's burning their bridges.
So yeah, as I said, I played the Xbox 360 version of this game for this video. This is my original copy of the game, still in very good condition. I don't know if this game is like expensive nowadays, but I'm very thankful to have a copy still. But I also happen to have the DS copy, because I'm an idiot. So the reason why I have this and is pretty much because it's the closest thing I'll ever get to another version / sequel of this game. Because, you know, back in the day, there was always, you know, handheld, mobile sort of ports of console games, and they were always completely different from the main game that they were developing. And the DS version is notoriously really bad, but it was really cheap, and I just adore this game, and so I wanted to check out a different version of this game. I don't have any gameplay to show you all, but look it up. It is pretty bad. I've played it a little bit. I honestly could not stomach playing much of it. Maybe one day I'll go back and finish it, but it is bad. It's not good at all. It's rough. But I have officially spent all of my notes I made for myself to discuss in this video. So let me make some final remarks regarding this game. I tell you, this game, there's just something about it. It feels so unique. There's nothing quite like it. I've replayed this game a number of times, and it remains an incredibly special and impactful game for me personally. I am finding that I am more and more okay with shorter, more linear video games. Somehow this game, with literally nothing other than a story mode, is just so replayable and fun to run through. There's no multiplayer, no extra modes. Really, the only thing it has is some unlockable extras after getting a certain score and replays of the game's many chapters. But yeah, I mean, this game is linear, short, yet I think it is more fun and refreshing than most games that come out today. Maybe that is some of my bias shining through, and maybe this game just will not appeal to all of you, but I hope that after watching this video, I will have introduced, or at least reintroduced, an awesome video game for you all to go check out for yourselves. My hope is that just maybe this game can be one of your favorites too. But dang, I hope Project Ferocious comes to consoles when it releases. Well, that's the video. This video actually ended up being probably shorter than I expected it to be. We'll see how it actually turns out after I'm done editing it. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. I tried to do something a little different with this one. I was able to write up a script for this one this time. I don't always do that. Sometimes I like to just write my simple notes and just have a discussion, you know, just kind of talk about a game. But this was one where I really wanted to focus more fine-tunedly about it. So you all let me know, do you enjoy the more scripted videos? Do you find them more interesting or focused? You all just let me know, because I you know, maybe I'll do a mix of them in the future, but this was one I definitely had to give a little more justice to it, just for how amazing I personally find it. So yeah, I thank you all for watching. I am so thankful that for any of you who watched the video, if it means a lot, it means a lot. And if you liked the video, hit that like button. If you didn't like the video, I question your sanity. No, but just kidding. I thank you for watching this video this long, even if you didn't like it. So thank you. But don't forget to engage that subscribe button down below. And yeah, with all that being said, I'll see you on the next video. God bless.
That's burning their bridges.